Okay. Only got one out to go here, one strike to go. Let's see what we got here. And he struck him out. Hicks to end the game. And the Yankees lose. Now, ow. Just banged my leg. Let's come out here and post-game recap this. Ow, that hurt. Hang on a second. Oh, shit. 6-1. Dead offense. I mean, it looks like right now there are probably two immediate moves that they can make. Roster moves to maybe just throw some type of life and youth in this lineup. No guarantee it'll work, but Franchi Cordero is movable now. I mean, they can DFA him probably, and even Willie Calhoun. They did their thing as long as it could. It's not panning out now, so I think those two guys. Joel's in the house. Mike Consigliere, what's up, my man? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Fort Train, Texas Buckeye, all the crew is here. Michelle Morales. You're not wrong. We suck right now a little bit, yeah. But, I mean, even if you can get you can bring up a Jake Bowers and bring up a Elijah Dunham or something like that. Throw some life and some versatility into this roster, into this lineup. I mean, why not? There are already prospects here. They're killing the ball. Maybe they'll throw some youth and energy into this. Because, I mean, Franchi looks lost in the outfield. Okay? And, that was, I mean, even though they got their asses kicked by Sonny Gray and the Twins, that was a very catchable ball in right field in the ninth inning there. Hit off of Jimmy Cordero. That was a catchable ball by Carlos Correa. And he wound up giving him a run. So, this is, I mean, you might as well do, I mean, these are easy moves that they can make. And then there's more roster moves that they can make later when guys start coming back from the IL and stuff like that. And speaking of which, Lou Trevino's had a setback. He's feeling some discomfort in his elbow. So they're gonna run him for some more tests. But Tommy Kahnle is with the team. Apparently, he's gonna be starting doing some stuff here. So he might be back sooner than later. So good news on Kahnle, not so good news on Lou Trevino right now. So the bullpen updates that we have for as of tonight. So Texas Bugger, thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Well, yeah, Brandon. I mean, and just for your folks, my question is, prospect promotions or trades? What do you think they could do? What do you think they should do? Lineup can change. Yeah, continue. I'm getting the dude. It's. I think it's getting a lot of fans fed up. And thank you so much, Consigliere Joel, as well. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. I mean, what can they do right now is the question. I mean, those are two immediate moves that they can make that can probably inject some energy, maybe some productivity, and maybe some more production here. Nestor Cortez, Michelle, pitches tomorrow for us, so hopefully he can get us back into a groove here. This is a 3-game series, so I mean the Yankees will be looking to win this series. They're gonna have to win the next 2 games, so we'll see. It's gonna be Nestor, and then it'll be Domingo Germán. So, and then they go to Texas against 4-4 against the Texas Rangers. But yeah, I mean, get experience exactly over a peanut exactly. Stop swinging for the fences. I mean, and guys like Bowers, I mean, he's hitting home runs, but he hits contact. He sprays the ball. So does Elijah Dunham. We get some young guys here, both bat from the lefty side, give them some versatility. And even though Franchi and Calhoun bat from the lefty side, these guys will probably bring some more energy and probably better defensive acumen in the outfield too, maybe a little bit more speed too. So it can't hurt. I mean, I think Franchi had his run here. It might be time to move on, right? And well, yes, exactly. Texas prospects and DFA Deadwood. So, and right now, Calhoun's being the same. It's just not panning out now. They were fire during spring training. Unfortunately, it's not working now. So, who would you bring in as hitting coach, Sean? That's the problem. It's not necessarily hitting; it's the personnel too. If the personnel's not good, it doesn't matter who the hitting coach is. He or she's not going to make him that much better. They got to get better personnel here. That's for sure. By the way, smash that like button if you haven't smashed that like button, gang. I appreciate it. I mean, they're 13-10 with 6 guys on the IL, so I'm hopeful that they'll get back into it too. I'm confident that they'll go on a run at some point, one of those 15-5 runs where they're just on fire. But they're not there yet. There's still pieces missing, and in order, to I think put them in a position to make a better run like that, they're going to need more pieces here. So, and again, these are like immediate moves that don't need massive construction of the roster, don't need anything like that. So, you'd be swapping two for two, and what else can you do? Like the guys that are on the 26 are already on the 40. So, even if the other two guys are not on the 40, which one of them I think is, doesn't really matter. You move one for one, so and two for two. So, I mean, don't be surprised, Brian. People said the same thing about last year's team, and they went on a run. They went on two of them. So I don't rule anything out or anybody out. So I mean, the Rays, yeah, the Rays are a better team right now, Eden. There's no doubt about it. But again, it's April. It's not September. So it's something to keep in mind for perspective. Now, I mean, Judge might be getting close, but again, he doesn't. You know, the offense still stinks with him here. So it's not only him. Like I hope people aren't expecting Judge to save this roster because it's not going to happen. The lineup's not going to happen. Like we need Judge and DJ. We need other guys to click too. And we need Glaber to hit better. We need Oswaldo to hit better. We need a lot of these guys to hit better. So, but yeah, I mean Joey Gallo, payback. Sonny Gray, payback. Better. It's a better environment for those guys over in Minnesota. So it is what it is, right? So two blotch players on the outfield. Yeah, yeah. And some bad calls too. Like the umpire was calling some not good pitches that were benefiting Sonny Gray. So I got to give it to. I got to definitely point that out too. If you don't know if you've seen it, but some bad umpiring behind the plate. So yes, Joe, 100%. Yeah, that's the hope, right? Terry, a slow start, hopefully hopefully a stronger finish, most definitely. Severino's, it looks like a week or two for Severino. So. And looks like Rodon's going to be June. So, hitting coach is Matt Blake. No, sorry, that's pitching coach. Dylan Lawson and I forgot who they brought in as the assistant. I forgot. There's another guy too. I mean, you might be right too. Chaparro might not be ready, but I don't know why people think Chaparro's not ready and Dominguez is. Dominguez is not ready for the major leagues. So, but like Dominguez, yes. So, yeah, I mean, I would have had Aparaz in there too. Terrible. I would have had him in there as well, most definitely. Well, yeah, I mean, geez, yeah. I mean, a lack of options, right? Those two guys. I think it's time to probably. And then good guys, nice guys, solid, but I think it's time to move on from it. If they want to spark up this team a little bit, I think they need to move on and bring some fresh blood in here. Prospects who are familiar with the system already. And then again, I mean, people mentioned trades. I mean, the only who would you trade for it is my question, right? And what would you be willing to give up? I mean, I've talked about Brian Reynolds and my willingness to give up Jason Dominguez. I would still do that, but not many people would. But who else would you guys be trading for and gals be trading for? Is the question. So, and that's a good point too. Sevian and Rodon's not going to matter much as if the lineup's not doing anything exactly. So it is, Hayden. You're not wrong. I played it a long time. It's a tough sport. It's very hard to hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball with movement. Very hard. No, you're not wrong about that at all. At all. Yeah, this is the thing here. Yeah, I mean, it won't matter if we can't score exactly. We need our pitching and our hitting to both work. And we can't rely on the pitching to throw. Just give up one run a game. That's tough. So Jeter, A-Rod, and Hideki. Well, Michelle, yeah. I mean, but like in all honesty, who would you be trading for right now? That's actually playing. Greg Weissert was pretty good. He was pretty good. So, I announcers talking about Joey Gallo. Yeah, I mean, I think there were Twins announcers, right? So, no surprise. No surprise. Well, this is true too, Brian. I mean, culture overall. We need some fiery players. Like the only fiery Cole, Volpe showing fire. Like there's only a couple of them are showing fire. So we need some of these guys. You know what I mean? So we definitely need it. I know I did hear a fan scream now. Why couldn't you do it in New York? Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah. I mean, I'm confident Judge will rebound and be better. Yeah, but like, Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, we've said that a lot of times too. Word Lifer, right? I mean, it's gonna be almost impossible to duplicate that historic production. You know, if he does, he gets close to it. Okay, I mean, the only person that's had multiple home run seasons like that is Sammy Sosa. McGuire did it too, but Sammy Sosa, but he was juiced to the gills. So, and even Roger Maris, if you look at his 61 home run season, the next year he had 35 or 32. So, um, you know, like what can we expect? And again, he's not the only. We need other guys to work with Judge. We need guys to protect Judge in the lineup and vice versa. So, dude, Texas, you're not wrong, man. Hit a round ball with a round bat square. It's a very tough thing to do, my friend. A very tough thing to do. So, yeah, I mean, Yankees are. I mean, they just. It's like when Rocky like lost the club of Lang and he's waiting for that something to spike. Something to spike it to get him going again. You know what I mean? We need a freaking Apollo Creed to come in here, light a fire under their ass. Yeah, Judge still leads in strikeouts. Juan Soto. I mean, what would you give up for him? Is the question. What would you give up for him? Jonathan, what's that 39? Is that 39 like? We got 91 in here. Can we get to 75 likes really quickly, gang? Everybody that hasn't hit the like button, if you don't mind, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to 75 in like the next couple of minutes. Would greatly appreciate it. Tampa's 20-3. Yeah, they're on a good run right now. They're on a good run. Michelle, none of these guys are playing. Who can we trade for? But I would love those guys, no doubt about it. But who can we trade for right now? That's would help the team, And what would you guys and gals be willing to give up? Yeah, Bray. Yeah, God bless you. Same to you, Kenneth, man. Couldn't make it here. Yeah, I mean, there's some people that just don't make it in New York, and it is what it is. New York is not for everybody, that's for sure. So, and again, it's clearly not really working for Hicks either. So, and again, he's another guy. They just have to figure out, like I said, other two, like Maris hitting 39 after hitting 61, 39. What did he hit after that? Never went up in the area again. I don't think. We have some guys. We have to be willing to trade them, Joel. Right? We have to be willing to trade some prospects, some good prospects. But again, Tyler O'Neill, with some pitching, possibly. Would they be willing to do it? Is a question. So yeah, I mean, like to me, the reason why I like Brian Reynolds because not only a switch hitter, but he's a contact hitter. He also has power. He's like one of the better base runners in baseball. He's a switch hitter, and he'd be a perfect leadoff hitter for this team, or something, or a number two hitter. But it's going to cost a lot more than Torres to get Juan Soto, Michelle. But I like where your head's at. But it's going to cost more than that. Sonny Gray might want to go. Who told you that, Aiden? Who told you that? There's no way that he would go to a big market team, in my opinion. I'd be shocked. Yeah, I mean, it's all good too, Brian. Like, I don't think New York is made for Vladdy either. So, O'Neill. I mean, like Soto's not doing himself any favors right now with his plays either. So, that's why. I mean, Brian Reynolds was my guy, and even for training, before training and I were talking about Brian Reynolds for like a year. So, a year. Yeah, Ruth hit 50. But I mean, that's Babe Ruth. So, he's the historic exception. But yeah, and he was a big fat slob. He wasn't juiced to the gills or anything like that. So, there's no way we were gonna get. I mean, we're not gonna get Soto for Torres. There's no way we're gonna get Ohtani. You'd have to give up Torres and Peraza and Volpe and Dominguez to get Ohtani. All four of those guys, at least. Michelle. He would. And I don't even know if the Angels are going to trade Ohtani, to be honest with you. No, it's not. I mean, it's nothing. Nobody's saying. I mean, if it happens, it'll happen at the deadline. I'm not saying it could be. I can't predict it with the Yankees, but they still have not agreed to an extension because they're not giving him an opt out. They're not giving him a no trade clause. They're not giving him either, and he wants both. So he can opt out again, test free agency when he's like 30, or after the current deal expires, which is 20 after 2025. So, and they're not giving him either. So don't be surprised. You know, don't be surprised if he gets moved. And yeah, I mean, Rodon, Bader, Loizaga comes back. Yeah, I mean, Canely come back. I mean, I think it'll be a jolt in the arm. That's for sure. A shot in the arm. But um, Otani's not worth four. Well, great players. I mean, we don't know what Dominguez. He's a prospect, and Torres is a good player. I don't know about great players. Otani is probably the number one player in all of baseball. So you know, that's he's going to be the highest paid player in baseball too after the season by a lot. So he's going to dwarf what Judge made. He's going to demolish what Judge made. Bumgarner, I don't know. That's a good question, Aiden. I don't know. Highly doubtful, Hayden. Goldschmidt and Arenado are building blocks for the Cardinals who want to get back into the World Series. And we don't have the pitching to get either one of them anyway, unfortunately, Hayden. At least in my opinion. And I can't see Bumgarner coming here anyway, so. Well, this is the thing, Kenneth. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna DFA Hicks and eat the money, you might as well just bring in Jake Bowers or Elijah Dunham, one of the top outfield prospects. If they play better, you get better production for the same money anyway. To me, it's a gain in that regard. So that's what I would do. But yeah, you're 100%, Kenneth. 100%. Try some record prospects. Why not? Why not? Arenado's an elite, one of the best third basemen in all of baseball. It would be a huge upgrade, yeah. I mean, no doubt about it. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just the thing. Like even Otani himself doesn't fix all the other holes, no matter how good he is. He doesn't. So they need more than that. They need more than that. So, and again, like he would be DHing too, which would take. You're going to have to move Stanton in that regard. And I don't know how that's going to happen unless the Angels are willing to take Stanton, and then a bunch of other players, but doubtful. Doubtful. But Jake Bowers, yeah. Elijah Dunham, good-looking prospects. Everson Pereira, really good prospect. Well, we got 100 folks in here, 100 people. Welcome, everybody. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Be sure to hit that like button. Let's try to get over 100 likes if we can get it. Let's try to get over 100 likes. And again, well, exactly, too, Texas. Bring in some of the kids, find out how ready they are, find out how good they actually are. Can they handle it, right? Can they make it here? And again, there's an adjustment period for kids, no doubt about it. Kids have to get better, and kids have to develop, and they have to learn, they have to make mistakes, and that's got to be considered as part of the process too. I don't think Florian is, unfortunately, he's been called up so many times, but he's never performed when he's up here. And when he goes down to AAA, he crushes the ball and plays extremely well. And he gets called back up, and it just doesn't pan out. It doesn't pan out, unfortunately. So, and again, I would be trying other folks. I mean, he's a major league bust, that's for sure, Joel. I would be trying Bowers. I'd be trying, Everson, or I'd be trying Elijah Dunham. Bowers and Elijah Dunham are my first two call-ups if I'm gonna go for the outfield. There's no doubt about it right now. Greg Allen they traded him, Michelle. They traded him. I don't know who he's with. Red Sox, Pirates. He's somewhere. But he's not here anymore. You'd call up Elijah Dunham. I think, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call Florial at all, to be honest with you. Not before those guys. So, yeah, nobody claimed Florial. Nobody wanted him. They put him on, they put him DFA and put him on waivers, and nobody wanted him. So he's back here in AAA. So, but yeah, exactly. Quadruple A. It's almost like AAA squared. I mean, it's just almost a league for guys like him. And it's unfortunate, but it's true. We have to find out if Bowers can hit major league pitching. We just don't know yet. I've never seen Barris hit this well, but you could be right there too. Elijah Dunham is toolsy. He can do a lot of things too. I would call one or both of them up and give them a shot at the very least. So, all right, we need 43 likes to get to 100. Can we get there as quickly as possible? We'll see. 57 likes right now. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, Michael, right? I mean, Hicks at bats are torturous. You might as well, if you're going to DFA him, just bring a prospect up, and if you get better production, you get better production. If you're not trading Hicks, whether you DFA or release him, you're eating the money anyway. So you might as well just get net gain on production, offensive production. So and that's it. And bring some new energy here. We got to get that exactly the swag, exactly. No swag, Brian. We got to get that swag back. We need some guys that are going to help with that regard. And again, we also need it just shows how important Stanton is and Bader. They bring a different energy here too. So I mean, we need both of these guys back. Yeah, Frenchie looked terrible. I mean, the last 2 weeks, champs. He had his run maybe, and I think it might be over. So unfortunately, just he can't hit anything now, which stinks. But you know, Montgomery. I mean, you signed him as a free agent, but I don't know if he'd be willing to come back here, Hayden. That's the question. He wasn't very happy when the Yankees traded him, but he's going to be free agent this offseason, Jordan Montgomery. So we'll see. I would be going after. I would go. I'd probably go after one or two stars because they're probably going to be without. Well, they're going to be without Montez, and they're going to be without Severino. So at least two pitchers are going to be no longer here, unless they plan on Johnny Brito being a mainstay here. But that's again for next year. And again, it's still early this year. Like Hayden says too, it's early. Lots of games left. But I would still like. I would make minor roster moves right now. So Nola's another one who could probably be reliable. He's going to cost some money, Hayden, but he might be a decent get for the rotation. Put him in like a number 3. Just have him on, every fifth day. Like we need another reliable pitcher like that who can stay healthy and give innings, no doubt. And I don't think Severino's going to get a 1-year deal by the Yankees. Yeah, I mean, if he comes back healthy and pitches well, he's going to get a multiple-year deal. I just don't think it should be from the Yankees anymore. Unfortunately, he can't prove that he can stay healthy. So, I have faith in Oswaldo Cabrera too. He'll be a good player. Franchi, well, you're not wrong there, even better than Hicks. Yeah, it's not saying much, unfortunately. And there's a ton of pressing. This lineup is pressing everywhere. But it's good to see Volpe hitting. It's good to see like some of these other guys actually hitting the ball. So, well, Michael, he's not the answer, that's for sure. I mean, if they can get him as a depth piece, sure. But he wouldn't be the number 1 guy I'd be going after. So, but it's, well, exactly Texas too, putting in the work every single day. And at some point, things, if you do it right, you do it consistently, things click. And if it doesn't work, unfortunately, it doesn't work. But you could, at least lie your head down and say, I did all the work I could have. So, Kutch would have been fun, Jeets, but I know he had a problem with the Yankees' facial hair policy, unfortunately. So, our Stanton, well, they're going to make, offensive at the very least. But yeah, it doesn't increase their versatility because they're both on the right-handed side and they both get hurt. So, I mean, yeah, it's true. Volpe gets on. He got on base 10 games in a row, then was stopped yesterday, and then he got on base again. So he gets on base an awful lot, Johnny. You're right about that. All right, 63 likes. Can we get 37 more likes to get to 100? I'm trying to wrap this up at a half an hour. We got like 7 minutes to go. Anybody that hasn't hit that like button, if you don't mind, hit that like button, gang. I appreciate it. They're always great for the live streams, so the like button. So it definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm as well. Didi, well, I don't think he would have been better than Volpe. He's not even playing now. Aiden. So, yeah, I would have kept Volpe, but I would still have Oswald Peraza in there on a regular basis too. I would have both of them. ICAF does look good. He's been hitting. He's been walking. He's been stealing bases. I mean, so many people want him gone. He's the least of their problems. ICAF, the least. I've said this. I mean, all season. I would have Volpe 1, DJ 2, Judge 3. I think that's the better construction of the front part of that lineup. Yep, and then Rizzo 4, and then when Stanton comes back 5, and so on. So I don't think DJ at fifth. I think DJ be better at second. He's a better contact hitter. We need that, and then we have Volpe at the top, an aggressive base runner, and then Judge with an opportunity to drive in more runs. Like, I just think it's a better construct. Better construct. No, lefty bat. Yeah, 100%. We need a lefty. Yep, 100%, Aiden. I appreciate that, Danny Gibson. Thank you for hitting that like, man. I appreciate it. 71 likes. All right. 29 away from 100. Dev, I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. What happened? There we go. What happened here? Jeez Louise. Sorry about that. Jocelyn, you're not wrong. It is unacceptable. It's just I'm kind of with the same mindset as Nelson. So thinking it's gonna at some point start clicking. It's just, and I know we're Yankee fans. We want the click to happen right away. It just doesn't happen that way, unfortunately. So, but we still need more depth. We need better depth too. So the Yankees can make some easy moves. So switch hitters, no doubt about it, Steven. All right, we got 80 likes. We need 20 to get 100. All right. Hicks is a free agent after 2025. So the Yankees have 2.5 more years of control over Aaron Hicks. So Nestor's on the mound tomorrow, Eric. Yes, sir. I hope so. I hope he just holds these guys down. And I hope the Yankees bats, wake up a little bit. Yeah, Rangers and the Yankees lost, which sucks. Now we need the Knicks to win to close out that series. And then when the Knicks win, the Yankees tend to win. So let's go. Let's go. I'm telling you, Michael. Yeah, we just don't know if it's a Hal thing, or whether Hal's not letting Cashman do it, or we just don't know. We just don't know. So exactly, Jonathan. He played so bad, disrupted the stream. I know. Cortez and Herman, then Cole. Yeah, Cortez and Herman for the next 2 games against Minnesota, and then Cole gets game 1 against Texas. I think Cole on Thursday pitches against Andrew Heaney, former Yankee, if I'm not mistaken, which would be crazy. So Heaney that gave up like 10 runs a game when he was with the Yankees, and if that's the case, hopefully the Yankees light him up. So we'll see though. Bader will be back May 5th. Yeah, right around there, Nicholas. I did see that too. Golden Knights are tied good. Yeah, it gets early, but I'm not surprised, Joel. Right, that the O's are good. This AL East is going to be a tough division to win, tougher than the Yankees won last year. That's for sure. Thoughts on Aaron Rodgers okay. So they gave up the 13 pick. They get back to 15. He restructured his contract to a degree, but there's no protection in case he retires. They also give up their 42nd pick, their second pick in the draft. They keep number 43. And then they give him a conditional pick next year. That's a second, but that can become a first if he plays 65% or more of the offensive plays. So, that's kind of the conditions, are the basic conditions Stephen B. had to trade to the Jets. Does it make the Jets the favorites in the AFC East? Probably, but he's got to stay healthy, and they have to have enough offensive line to protect his ass. So we'll see. They have to protect him better than they protected the quarterback in the last decade. So they need more. They got to draft a big offensive lineman with that first pick. So, and I would be drafting another like a edge in the second round, and a big offensive lineman again in the third round. Try to just beef up that offensive line and protect this man. Load up on offense, guys. Load up on freaking offense. Now that you have Aaron Rodgers, give him weapons, give him protection. Period. So, Bills. Yeah, that's the thing, Michael. Like, it's gonna be tough for them to beat the Bills. I think the Bills are still a favorite, but I can see the Jets going to the postseason now if they stay healthy. Giants on paper better than the Jets, so we'll see how they perform. So he could be 97 on revenge tour. He's definitely more comfortable in Minnesota, as is Sonny Gray. So Donaldson's out for a couple more weeks because he had a setback with a tight hamstring. So he won't be back anytime soon. So hopefully they play Oswald Peraza on a regular basis. So, Baltimore's upside, yeah. Baltimore, yeah. All right, 86 likes. All right, we got 14. We need 14 likes to get to 100. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes. Jets will be more productive than Giants, probably, but I don't know. I mean, I think that they still have more work to do in terms of offensive line and getting a big tight end and another wide receiver. You know, they brought in some pretty good wide receivers this offseason, but they still have work to do, I should say. So as do the Giants, but I could see both of them making the postseason. So the Jets kind of needed to make this move. Yeah, the Montez trade's bust, but so was the return that was sent to Oakland. They're not doing anything. While the Chuck Sears doing nothing. So just a bust on both sides. So he's supposed to be here. I mean, if we're lucky, August, September, even, but we'll see. We'll see. Who knows what you'll get out of him too? That's the other thing. So, you know, yeah. I mean, Gallows getting another opportunity where the crowd doesn't hate him, and he was vilified here when he didn't produce. So I mean, Minnesota's a hell of a lot nicer place. So the fans aren't as tough. Yeah, I mentioned it already. Aiden. Lou Trevino had a setback today. He had some elbow discomfort, so they're sending him back to New York for more tests. So that happened today, Lou Trevino. So, all right, 10 likes to get to 100. We got 90 likes. Yeah, I mean, it's just the shift and just the New York environment, I think, was a little bit too intense for him. And just, it didn't work, unfortunately. So, with Broadway shows, I don't know. Broadway Joe, I don't know. Yeah, 90 likes, I'll take it. We got 10 more to get to 100. The only way, so the Yankees, they can DFA Hicks, in which case they have to eat all the money. They can release him, in which case they have to eat all the money. But they can trade him, in which case then any team that's acquiring him, they have to figure out how much to eat and how much to send over. But the trade is probably the most unlikely scenario because they don't have any trade value. He's not doing anything. So my guess is it'll more likely be a DFA or release. And again, just call up a prospect. If the prospect plays better, then you get a more value out of the money that they're already paying. So that's the way I look at it. So, but again, I'd rather have that roster spot for a more productive player. So, JMF, appreciate that. Appreciate that. A should make you. Yeah, they wouldn't acquire either one, but yeah, yeah. Efros is done, Jonathan, until 2024. So, Chicken Parm, that is a $64 million question. Yeah, how is he still a Yankee? I mean, I'm guessing Hal hasn't given them approval yet to DFA him or release him. So, yeah. And, yeah. Who would want to trade you? It's a good question, Michael. I don't think anybody would at this point. So, unfortunately. Yeah, 20. I mean, 20, we are on the road to 20,000 subs. If anybody's in and hasn't subscribed, if you didn't mind, I greatly appreciate it. We're trying to get to 20K. We're at like 18,300. I'm trying to find a way to put the sub counter on here so we can work on that. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. But yeah, we're just 18,300 as of about half hour ago. So we got 1,700 to go and we get 20,000. So and we got 5 likes to get to 100. Can we get 5 likes? People that haven't hit the like button, let's get to 100. Thiago Estrada was good. Now he's good with the San Francisco Giants. And I mean, right now they do suck. PSI, they do. They have to make some adjustments. It's 18.3 now. It updates faster on my phone than it does on the app itself. You need app prospect. You need at least half, or at the very least, at minimum, Steven, 100% minimum. Yep. Send notifications to Facebook and IG about what, Michael? Garrett Crochet. I mean, I'll take Crochet over here. I would. A's, I'm not surprised A's have more hits. I'm not surprised. And A's are like, what, 7-16 or some craziness? So, my stream, it's supposed to notify, well, Facebook and Twitter. I don't know about IG. I don't know if I've connected to IG. I think a lot of people would take that, JMF. I really do. Yeah, let's see here. Tell you right now. Yeah, yeah, 18,303. Yeah, I'm getting 100. We need 5 likes to get to 100. So, well, Torres is no longer a prospect, but to get a prospect in return, yeah. But his trade value is not the same as it was 2 weeks ago when he was hitting 400. When I was asking, like, pleading with them to trade him. Now his trade value is nowhere near as high, unfortunately. So, IG is hot in the Facebook these days. Yeah, I mean, I can see. Maybe I can put. Yeah, maybe I can put a notification on the IG. Maybe I can do that. I'll figure out how to do that. I'll figure out how I can do. If you think it'll be helpful, I'll try it. 4 likes. We got 96 likes. All right. I mean, Carpenter. I know again. A lot of people telling me you should have kept him. I mean, if he stays healthy, so far he's been pretty good with the Padres. So, but like, who would you have set? Would we not be playing Oswaldo Cabrera right now? Like, what would we? I mean, he'd be DHing right now if he were here in place of Stanton. That's for damn sure. So, and I'll take him over French. I'll take him over Calhoun. Yes. So, if you can get a bag of bagels for those guys, 97, I'd be pretty impressed. Pretty damn impressed. Uh, Prospect for Glaber. I mean, you're going to want to get a good. I mean, you're going to want to get a good prospect, an impact player or an impact prospect, not just some random prospect. So they have a live thing. I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Michael. Thank you, man. Put Hicks on the IL. There's something wrong with his head. Yeah, yeah. Seriously. Rebuilding now. Yankees will not do a full rebuild. They'll do a retooling, reshuffling, but they won't. It's never a full rebuild in the Yankee land, unfortunately. So the latest, I mean, the closest they got to that was 2018 when they traded away Chapman, Andrew Miller. Who else did they trade away? I think McCann, Beltran, like a whole bunch of them. That was like the closest of a they got to a rebuild. So they got a lot of impact players back. Hicks for a bag of 8-track tapes. Bring back the 8. Here we got 90. So we need 3 likes to get to 100. All right. You're not wrong there, Hayden. Patience is the key. Yeah. Patience is hard, especially in Yankee land. Totally. So, a pitcher in return. I mean, I would love a pitcher if you can get a good pitcher. Yeah. Yeah. You get as much value as you possibly can from Gleyber Torres. That's for sure. I mean, a lot of people miss JP Sears, and unfortunately for them, he's not doing much in Oakland. Neither is Ken Waldichuk. So 98, 2 more likes to get to 100. All right. Miller, Chapman, McCann. Yeah, I mean, they got quite a bit of capital back from those guys. So, and one of which is still here, Gleyber Torres. You wouldn't trade Dominguez or Jones. I mean, I wouldn't trade Jones. Depending on who I would get, I would move Dominguez. It depends on who I would get. Chicken Parm. That's the key. That's got to be very selective with who you get back to for Dominguez. He's a very highly touted prospect, so very highly touted. Matt Chapman, maybe. I'm not sure. I know he's been talked about the last week or so, but I don't know. That's a pretty hefty price, a lifetime supply. That's a lot of bagels, Rosa. Damn. I mean, I mean, they give me like a ton of cream cheese too. Nah, I'll probably be in with that, or half a ton of cream cheese, half a ton of like shrimp salad for the bagels. Then I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Then I might consider that trade. But yeah, man. Yeah. Waldichuk, I don't know if he's on a roll now. He started off really rough, so trade Hicks for bunting. Did you see that bunt earlier? Yeah, yeah, bunting coach. Donaldson's on the IL. No, yeah, that's right. He's not making us lose. That's right. Yep, you're right about that. Now let's see here. Let's have a look. Unless that's changed. Well, let's have a look really quickly. Oh, Ken Waldichuk, 0-2 with a 7.56 ERA in 25 innings pitched. Yeah, not really on that much overall. But eggs and sausage for a bagel. That's fair enough, Sean. That's the least we can get back. It's the least we can get back. Tommy back. Who? Tommy Canley? Tommy Canley, yeah, 100%. It sounds like he'll be back soon, sooner than later, too. Yeah, he's an elite defender, but we're gonna need some more contact hitting. We're gonna need some switch hitters and some lefty bats. So, again, I am confident we'll be fine. When I don't know, but Yankees have enough to to right the ship. But again, we need a while. We need a while. It's gonna take that. So the whole team for good play. Arias, he's now traded to the Marlins. The Twins traded him to the Marlins for Pablo Lopez. That was a big trade for them. I mean, that would have been a trade. You know, I don't even know if the Yankees had enough to get him. Lando's Bagels and Philly cream cheese, baby. That's right, Texas Buckeye. That's right. That is right. People bitch about John Donson, Stanton, and IKF. And again, I mean, their presence in the lineup is formidable when they're healthy and playing. Yep. And IKF's just quietly being productive. He's not scary, but we don't need him to be scary. He wasn't traded here to be scary either. So, but yeah, lox. I mean, I like lox, Eric, but I don't know why I don't do lox with cream cheese. Actually, I've never had lox with cream cheese. So cream cheese with chives. I mean, I just do straight cream cheese. But you know who got me onto lox? Whoopi Goldberg. When I was in school, I ushered at a Broadway show called Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, and she was a star of the show. And on Sundays, she used to bring a spread for all the people that worked in the theater every Sunday and hang out with them, eat breakfast with them, and all that stuff. Bagels, cream cheese, lox, all different types of stuff. I mean, she was one of the coolest people in the whole world, Whoopi Goldberg. 99, we need one like to get to 100. One like. Uno. They couldn't trade Hicks for a free. It's true, 97. You got that right, man. Now I gotta try cream cheese and lox. Tuna, yeah, I like tuna too. Yeah, I like tuna tartare. That's one of my favorite meals ever. Tuna tartare is fantastic. I mean, it really is fantastic. So, but I mean, so again, 6-1 Yankees, lifeless offense. Scored the one run in the ninth inning, and that was it. They had bases loaded, and they just couldn't capitalize. Again, the pitching just neutralized the Yankees. You know, I watch and listen to Michael K when I get a chance to, Michelle. When I get a chance to. So not every day, but and then if I hear something I have a pearl out of him or whatever, I'll be sure to listen to if he says something with a lot of value or something impactful. I make sure to catch it, but I do when I can. 103 likes. Thank you, gang. All right. My top 4 favorite sports: baseball, football, track and field, and martial arts. Eric, man, I appreciate that. You're Canadian. If you want a great Blue Jays channel, go check out Ball Cap Sports. Jim Riley at Ball Cap Sports. He's a Blue Jay guy. He's got a fantastic channel. Fantastic channel. Oh, 105 likes. Thank you, guys and gals. I appreciate that. You make jalapeno cream cheese. Wow, dude. Texas, man. Got skills, my man. That's awesome. I called into Michael K once and I couldn't get through. Well, I called him a few times. I couldn't get through actually. So, ¿Qué pasa, D-Rod? What's up, baby? What's up, Papa? What's going on, man? Yeah, Ballcap's fantastic. He's fantastic. He'll be on either this weekend or next weekend here too. So Ballcap. We do the state of the franchise. He talks about the Blue Jays. I talk about the Yankees. We did our first episode at the end of last month. We're going to do it at the end of this month too. So, and we'll continue to do it throughout the whole season. So it's going to be a pretty good series between the two of us. Walk off podcast too. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Bartolo Colon to solidify the starting. Yeah, big sexy. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, and you folks remember AJ Pierzynski, former catcher. AJ. I'll be part of a panel tomorrow interviewing him. So I'll get you footage of that too. So I'll be talking to AJ tomorrow, and I'll be with Nathan and his group, Nathan Ramachandra, and We talking to AJ tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, we don't play the Red Sox until June. I know we don't play them as much now, so it's kind of spread out throughout the league now. So 108 likes. Oh, awesome, awesome. Yeah, White Sox catcher. I mean, he's all around. I mean, Giants catcher, and yeah, I'll be talking to him tomorrow, Sean. So keep an eye out for that. I'll let you know when that comes out. Mm, I mean, another starter would be nice, Randall. Another reliever would be nice. Another like power arm if we can get it. If we can get one from the left-handed side, it would be fantastic. So, we need offense too, man. We need offense. Yeah, he's an announcer, Joe. Yep. AJ with the White Sox. Yes, it is. Yep. I remember when Bartolo hit that home run. I remember that, Hayden. I remember that. I was proud too. Podcast with Hello, you back the Turning Two podcast. We are recording it, D-Rod, this week. We're going to be recording our next episode this week, probably tomorrow actually, and putting it out later this week. But this is going to be a different group of folks. And I'll show you the footage, D-Rod, once it comes out. So, see if I can upload it to my channel too. The Rangers released Clint Frazier. No surprise. He's not, unfortunately, not unable to latch on anywhere. Yes, he was D-Rod, most hated catcher in his. Yes, he was very polarizing. Oh my God, he got in so many people's heads. Like it was, but that was part of his mystique as a baseball player. And he was a solid player too, solid catcher. So I'm looking forward to talking to him tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty cool. He brought back CC Cologne, Tiant. Now the Yankees. Imagine that. Those guys would be heck yeah. The Yankees would never bring back Clint Frazier, and they will not bring back. Doesn't make any sense. And D-Rod's right. He's the most hated catcher in his time. D-Rod's 100% right. I mean, he would have brought that a-hole factor with him to the Yankees. I mean, sometimes they need that. Sometimes they need that. So yeah, I can't see it even. I can't see him bringing back Clint Frazier. But I'm gonna wrap this up in a second here. And the Red Sox guy, yeah, the Red Sox guy too. Talking about Varitek, Sean. Varitek was another one. Don't sign guys that need to shave. It steals their. Yeah, seriously. Apply. I don't know if they'd ever hire me, but I mean, if I ever got the opportunity, I would apply at the very least. But I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Yeah, Varitek. If Pedro was a Yankee, and he could have been, George Steinbrenner wanted to trade for him, and it didn't happen. So, and it's unfortunate. He used to be teammates with Randy Johnson too. Pedro, I mean, but imagine if he was a Yankee. We didn't forget it, man. I mean, the trajectory of his career might have been completely different, but I've never seen a player as dominant as him in his lifetime when he was with the Red Sox. I've never seen anything like it. Texas Buck, I appreciate the kind words. Really, really, thank you so much. I always appreciate your support too, my friend. 110 likes. All right, gang. Thank you, gang. Well, I would only do it. I would only accept the job if I had carte blanche to do the things that I wanted to do too. If you're gonna block me, you might as well just don't hire me because I don't want to deal with that. Like I want to be able to make an impact. That's what I mean. At least it's obviously unrealistic to want, but like it's very hard to be not overruled by the owners. So, but it is what it is. And I think Frazier would probably play well in Japan. Same to you, my consigliere Joe. Have a great night. Japanese lady, that's a good idea, D-Rod. Have a great night to you, Michelle. And have a great night, everybody. I want to appreciate you. Say thank you. I appreciate you all for coming on. Yankees lost. Tomorrow's another day. Nestor Cortez is on the bump tomorrow. Let's come back, okay? Michael, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we had a chance, Mello, but it would have been nice. It would have been nice. So, I remember when Randy Johnson hit a home run too. I do. Jacob deGrom hit a bunch of them too. So, but have a great night, everybody. Sleep well. Peace and love to all of you. Thank you again, as always. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.